Premier League Player of the month of October. Echo at the Brian in Buemo of Manchester United. On him, sir. Yeah, catch us and saying, sending your money SC Kono, voting parts and Econo. I likely say Brian in Buemo or no, and about the Premier League Player of the month of October. Throw down penny for and so, you know, now on him, sir. Coach of the month of October. And so, Aqua at the Aman Ruben Amorim. And to say, October no, Manchester United October. Manchester United that's a Sunderland by 2-0, or say Liverpool by 2-1. After or Sanso as a Brighton Hove Albion as a 4-2. International said month of October. Manchester United 3 wins. Ninano Anunti and a penny 4. Tontoninano say Ruben Amorim and a man. In fact, coach of the month. It said here double Manchester United player of the month, coach of the month. Echo at the coach for Ruben Amorim, the last coach, and also AGB the Manchester United. Far back in November 2023. Narrator Hag and Otimi yes, I when him say yes, starts a premiership August and a slots and a J coach of the month of a Jack Grealish and so a player of the month. September last month, the Echo Adam Oliver Glasner and Ellen Alland and so a player of the month and a fee and Abusumu dear Manchester United throughout. Now, yeah. And a coach Ruben Amorim said an initial general or Kasaka cry a job on the award number one Kasaka cry coach and say, wait, and you're no quan a team way for Tessans or Bia can be and a fee and I said, Busumi, ya on Manchester United.
The first thing is that my feeling is that life can change really fast, and it changed in the last 4 weeks in our team. The second thing is this is not my award, it's a team award, because they are the ones that play the game and they did a very good job. They are working really hard. Of course we had some bad days during this season, but they are working really hard to overcome all the situations that we had last year and still in this beginning of the season. And the final thing and the most important thing is that this is from last month, so it doesn't matter. In football, we just need to.
And somebody piano so across abra na ya day award no and so Edema Ruben Amorim Antoine Samuel so na yan fa de obra no pambe catch us Hashraf Hakimi dia maintenance say on one kasa Air Force say nyame adoma Afcon no oba be sia kan and so Edema Morocco na onim say Morocco squad no Ediaba na Walid wa Gregory coach Edema Morocco national team and also no Mpenyimfo no aka channel said ya mbeye biama Hakimi Afcon no bebo bi no omso ebeyama Hakimi abobi o se emfa ho say 1 match or say 2 matches so Hakimi no omo try as much as possible say Hakimi bebo bi esan say Hakimi no to onu coach no the best player e we say into such a player say wan kobo Afcon ni bia na ya de be ha Morocco ye pa eno ensama Morocco fo no so e kan say chinchini a e was Hakimi enso e qualify na afei obebo Afcon ni bi Netherlands national team coach no so e de na squad no at your babon saying na ebusa for the tennis Matis delete there what am saying omo squad omo frɛ no o ha na ya frɛ Van Dijk na ya frɛ Tanaki na ya frɛ Gertrude mu nyina ya from na ya ja Matis delete na metena say empanyifo afrɛ Matis delete so on back team no ho on a apprentice for Noah Lang abra Netherlands prepare for the games against Poland and Lithuania and on a squad and so play few about England national team almost squad and Jude Bellingham and if Foden finally almost a back Danny Welbeck a prayer say young frano our the national team coach name Fino name Jude Bellingham and if Foden there Benyufono and so Atonsa Edia from na Thomas Tuchel and I will be saying say ada in den account one and now soon Franco day and then assemble buy no so no first of all said these boys good qualities I'm about kind of English national team no
And your squad selection's fascinating, but this one feels
really?
more than ever. Jude Bellingham.
More than ever.
Well, I'll get onto that. But the thing is, Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden back in, two of the biggest names, two of the big special players, as you call them.
Yeah.
The discussion starts now, I guess, on how you get them all into the side and what their best positions are. So, what's your thinking?
I think the contribution of both of them to their clubs lately was immense. They play regularly, of course. They play a big part and a big role in the success of Real and City's matches lately. They score regularly decisive goals. So
English national team on also I drink shall catch a chance 7 musen and yamano esi echo the entire Jude Bellingham and if we for the answer and on your catch us and na a Barcelona days and say finally Spotify camp no and a Barcelona for the beer Yanshani Bia and Yamani Bia so and then very interesting when we say Barcelona can say Amoton ticket 23,000 supporters no maku 23,000 no more experts so it was for Nipera Stadium no 21,795 21,795 it's Barcelona for no plus no fi bus no eba ya don't be rapan 10 on mu and in a church say Hana mubaba bolo obia enhwa dodo na wonim se place no dodo na de bebra na o ma try san kebia we se kan e wa company na so mu se kan e wa company for instance Paul Kubasi Femi Lopez Juan Garcia Mark Benal Ronnie Basi Macasado Gerard Martini Danny Omo nyina sa place amabobo bomu din obia no we se kan enso e wa Spotify company na finally omo so enya kwan enso ekoye training e wa park no so na nya sam ketwa empanyimfo no training na eba sese no Juan Laporta Juan Gaspart afe Rafa used yama me Helena Font no nyina te VIP wa na utim se Barcelona panyimfo no nyina obia so atnasia na omo so ehwe training na niam na ekoso e wo training ground so training ne dia na nya sam ketwa Hanse Flick and oh yeah small post kakra intensive training to Hanse Flick and ama boys no obia gunfinfin ne ye pass ball pressing game utim se ne Barcelona fo na nya nyame atuma weekend di omene Celta Vigo na airport enti training na nya sam ketwa plus na airport ball no na goalkeepers trainer and also air training Abrante fan Juan Garcia finally oh yeah back na hoja session no de Basa for engineering di back kra intiana Juan Garcia chase ya bobo no aye save na supporters ni bon sem say yeah bro brana bena go no na oja sheshini de ye di na chi assemble to Barcelona inti Juan Garcia na fei empanyifo no de ne fa training mu kakra na onim say training no ekoso no enkwara yi ha dwen Baku TC Park no so just all bam place security for no zero no to form hey na enkodani pinu e ja won nyina ne age say Barcelona finally almost so esia kan enso e wa camp no na omo wi training no ana plus make us there be born na ye use for training supporters na ya de inte also associate me ye bibi edem ne omkwaje ball no je ball na fi Barcelona for kit manager no and almost started say omo ball no e dey to supporters ni supporters no and then football sa Barcelona dey training ni nyina no dey check supporters no sempanyifo yi mo san to sika na mo koto for instance say supporters no enso ay ade ye pa na omo we nyina achi Laporta any panyimfo esi from ebechicha place no na omuchicha place okobam lami ya ma se lami wa hi o Laporta enso ebam no na oya television no so a Laporta esi from no na Oye bibidi acha supporters na say Montonyum say Barcelona finally and so back to their stadium e train sempenyi for the buy arrangement nyame atuma Barcelona for say omo pay the certificate for 68,000 capacity nom dey host the game against Atletico Bilbao and see eno niam ni bia no so ekoso mo wie na players no penyi for the director mo say monko supporters ni mu muni coach monko supporters ni mu na fei mo nya signings kakra and so mo we san supporters no $5 ibitua €5 ibitua €10 and dey support team no enti anade ya na say your supporters no ayade nipa 21,795 ehwe Barcelona team no and it just some about finally bibia ye okay nemom problem ba ko esi ya na say wo hwe seats na panyifo na ye na seats no efe panyifo ayade nemom unim de esi ye game no so training grounds and yema chegua supporters ni hwe bi no ye nipa bon for supporters ni bi ha dwen na kwabrane we race nkonwa no so ama nkonwa no bi na ebubu no enne ya ye be stadium yi kwabrane atime wurasi nkonwa no so ma so enti eno ya ne mari pia eno so elkoso Barcelona ebe ho nemom wonim say outside there say demonstrations egusu elkoso nyasam ketwa ne nyina no say Barcelona stadium no musi no Limac company no na stadium no dia mom nemom Limac foi enso the contract na mama mankofo kakra na wonim say ya say contract na dia mama mankofo mo so afa workers laborers so munya adwuma no laborers foi si entua mo ka post fo so aba ha o say laborers foi mun krata wa hin ye ko bibini ye ni krata o report fo munya abo chairman boys no so adwane ready so ya GSC ka okofo police aba ya sa asam no nyansam ketwa na ya se okeka eka omo de workers ni nyina ya se over bear $2 million ya omo start ye no sika ni nyamai ena nkofo no guso omo ye adwuma ena omo so omo pe omo sika ena contractors yi se munya aboche sika ni baba basa se sika ni ye de ama omo nkofo no monkwaje nti monkache contractors for no mfa sika no ye de sika ni ye ho nti ade ya niema ni pia eno so ekoso yenko party babas na fei yenko hwe niema ekoso Real Madrid for prepare for game against Vallecano na unim say ene training grounds wa ebono pa 8:40 na supporters ni bia ju one tam nom de banner abo nti wo hwe banner we na na omde ko masan so ade akoho bio say omde omo tan finish junior echi die sipia no omo supporters no omo tan finish junior echi na wonim plus na eba no wonim say Real Madrid die omo ne BMW and I arrangement into plus no bia or BMW na the Drew Stadium one time Raul Asensio senior man why there 9:00 pepe Gonzalo Garcia na eba no join with television no so Real Madrid plus na cast no master cast bi ohia say for yen to so when say okọ Italian Serie A Gianpiero Gasperini and mpanyifo ato abade man say Italian Serie A coach of the month of October coach Piero Gasperini, coach Edman Roma, onona moyi na fei player of the month for October, Eko Edma Zambo Anguiza and mpanyimfo enso nti Italy niema ni piano so ekoso mame Enzo Maresca Chelsea nyame adoma omane Tottenham Hotspur na Epo na Enzo Maresca ensam no the amount for fire na brutal they didn't come with a coach in master and then now yes sir Chelsea supporters ne say we are rotation so do they bia wa rotate sa na Nancy Kra Rooney abe fire or say ade a wo ye na enye essence place no e was so bia te ne yonko ase de bia wo rotation in someone for complain the coach ne say we are na dia ba ni obi a won kwan so bia timi kire na adwen.
Said already many times we are in a moment in an era where anyone can say what they want. It's correct. I completely respect, but I also said after Karabakh game that since I joined the club it's also my view to rotate player, and no one complain in the moment that you don't win game. I can understand that no one is agree. I think that when the rotation is Andrei Santos, Brazil international player, Jorel Lato, Holland international player, Estevao, Brazil international player, it's not about rotation. They are good, they are talent, they are young, and for sure when they are young.
Any rotations are some be as say team no lose one and most start yes and a Maresca rotation or say players not do mobo no omo nyina international players are come national teams are omo ball no and a coach na air to us waka say one watch fixes here we will be someone central for any Chelsea supporters now they be almost facing so no say obetime you the same level e dey boss any possible.
In this moment, football is a bit different compared to years ago in terms of physicality and intensity. For me personally, it's impossible to play with the same players, 65 games in one season, Champions League, Premier League, and you cannot say, yeah, but why years ago was possible? Because it was different football, it was not so physicality. I played for 20 years, it was not so physical. Now change, so you need to rotate. This is my personal view, and I think you need to do that. If
time na fixtures no so sa na born in your physical prepare sa inti na obetime ade o pe say enye easy o ball 3 days ya na wasan so akọ foforo inti awasa we rotation tamon for enti na central for is okay na William next vow so supporters ni bi se ma akwara na mabo ni bi na o se munya boche Ogusu o manage boy the boy no you ready no say na no kra no extava ba no be catch and say hey UK award in the pa no say ha award do say o say enyem bonra December kra the boy na start say complain say award no nti munya no ho abocha on e ben place no obi anya boni bi abo
start for sure is ready to start, but if Estevao start, another one is on the bench, and probably the other one also want to start. We just try to do the best for Estevao. We are helping him in terms of adapt to England. Again, last week he was complaining about too cold. Imagine in Meyerbach, last week was still October, so imagine December, January. He has to adapt. He's happy. He's doing fantastic, and for sure, he's a talent player for this club.
When he said the Spanish national team, like call up no about saying Real Madrid for Neja Brutal, Alvaro Carreras, De La Fuente, into bueno on your dane, boy, I open in each coach one freno, na nini name no squad the babon saying and Sancho for Bisa De La Fuente say Barcelona for say oh adena ko frela mi yamal, o malami yamal engina homemaker kra o salami yamal se bi na ya se ya and a coach say ono obetimi de nse sinibo say lami yamal or ye fit or say lami yamal in a perfect condition in no boy no obeba national team so be po obeba national team e ono and a bet say boy no on bench announce omo boni bi case close also munya lami yamal sam and on ko bi sans okay lami yamal na no on Danica Bayal in Tokwa one year about affected the national team and also where the a case on betting ya sovereign naturally crying to mobile crying your worried or no do on him say and some kids and some case these boys can fetch out on issues in a simple cry and yan sama De La Fuente and so eka now on him say walk off France and yan some kids and now and he say Kylian Mbappe wakoto club e fan kan on one chrome club now say Kylian Mbappe koto club on for no omare say division 3 and a Kayan one a Kayan for no musi di Mbappe attempts master enka o man say baby ayete see Kenny over top club where you win in a whole ball e Real Madrid and a Kayan club no say obeto Saudi ni munyamu bem na fe kra da wo good club no kra na onim say supporter ba ko akwaya nyom and what this Kylian Mbappe why anyumo and what this Kylian Mbappe and what this and nyom no dey abeto social media and am for kan wasam and Kylian Mbappe abano abeka just hey more be so sabo we so say we the other television you see us say akwa we eba onu na ebusuan for say ope 1% e wa club mu and on say Kylian Mbappe so obisa boy ne say sika say na odeba 1% na ope no ubetua say also onkute sika and also Debbie me yenye club no sa o say o kan sa asam no na boy na fa asam no na odidi na tam ti say what say boy no we on nam no odidi di na tam a it is because say o kan say on ton 1% no enso enfama no and yen sama efi abranse na so e ba me tete say em say Madrid for no say Adagule na say omo hu ni ye wo big games so say small games there Adagule betimi abo na attend na won ye man fans so say big games no so de ni gina mfimfin wa asem kofo tetwi fa no so game no physical ahondi wom mikatwo wom ase eya na eden kakra edema no omo se club world cup Paris Saint-Germain game no sa ATM Atletico Madrid game no sa and no Liverpool sa into omo se omo de omo hu same say onyentu sa mpempenso na big games no omo de magina fifi ho se na be ya niede no betimi abobi omo se kakra ba for now no de aso musro kakra for abrantia ye fa na Adagule ene yensem no so epie fi ho ba na Harry Maguire say emre bia ne ho ba asam na obi edi na tem no o say onya text message from David Beckham wo no say some message in necessary na brabo say David Beckham there also onyi nyina no person it say David Beckham no feel David Beckham into so who say Beckham has sending the message Beckham is sending crying no or say no and one of the confidence no and so e buy Lenny Euro defender at Manchester United no ko bisa say Brian Mbeumo any amount adanom go ni buy and behwe asabia nwusa sa asa no e buy na no so free and also no onim pa na e Brian Mbeumo na kwahwe ade no video e wo internet so and also asa ne fe and ode sa asa ne ba Manchester United camp na Amad Diallo enso susua sa asa no so ono susua bi and omo ye o madwen say go ba omo me nsan kwa akoye sa celebration no se go ne buy no baby na ogina odu wa na boys na say we o say ehye ne papa esan say ayasa no mu nyina practice as we so ebetimi aye Liverpool for training grounds esan say omo prepare for game against Manchester City na Liverpool for say omo more relaxed everyday waja nan say wa Aston Villa wa Real Madrid ninti and training grounds one before omo be start no boys no be to cast timu say camp obiaye okay and Alexander Isak no yehu no so nti and the boys no more to cast kakra ejanka kakra ni just sama ba Liverpool omo prepare for the game against Manchester City and yan someone so appear few but now him say when nyina call so wie and slot bet na say na centrofo bi say no question bi say flowing veti what sika kese de akoto na ba say de ne be 10 na say ye be hu an say de boy na wings wo na eno so afi infa eno so munya no habotre onim de oyo
can play on more than only one position, so he can play off the left, which he did almost all the time in Leverkusen when Xabi Alonso came and introduced this 3-4-3 system, or the way you want to call that system. And before that, he mainly played as a 10 in a 4-3-3. So I think it's more about getting him in the positions where he's good at than we should be so focused on is he a 10, is he an 11, or is he a 8? I think we would like to have him in and around the 18-yard box centrally.
Or half of flowing fit around the 18-yard box and only idea here. And all to us, like I said, the entire Nansay, Omisha, Real Madrid, and Aston Villa, Bia, Mabaso, Sabono, Bono, F, and also because of Mummy playing style. Also, Mummy the Bono at form, in Tema Liverpool form to me, Bono easily. Also, Koshanko phobia, so what club will be a Tinkong, long boss and Kwan, Tema Liverpool Bono. I said, or Muno, our opponents in a bomb bre. Name Real Madrid and Aston Villa, the Bonnet, the form.
Reach that level of performance in other games as well when the playing style of the opponent was compared to that. But we always knew that we were able to do so. I've showed them many times when playing styles were similar that we could do the same as we did against Madrid. But so it wasn't a surprise to me how both games went. It was helpful for us that the other team did what we expected them to do, because in 8 out of the 10 games I think we've played this season, we faced a different playing style.
So now centrally back be say Liverpool must be consistent and honest. It's a consistent the ne ye consistent in losing ne momeniama betimi asesa papa ne e ka no na osro say abrante for the Jeremy Frimpong there also onye too sure say even after international break no Jeremy Frimpong and so betimi fit no aba be si akan enti no yansem no so apia fi oba one reporter say nyame adomo a Barcelona elections no between March 15th to June 15th and elections no nso ebeko so say enya de obesesa date no mo bia nso enya worried omko bi san say Lamine Yamal De La Fuente friend wa national team no mu complain say Lamine Yamal yen friend no so say die on person be can national team issues na mom or respect so mo de obetimi aka na say osre mo kwana mo koyisu Lamine Yamal mo susu mane mo games ni bebre eto de bia no mate so kakra na mo so mama boy na simi agina home kakra sansa boy no onye fully fit and o say stadium no mu bie no nyame adom na bibia ye okay a omo person de line no Messi and a beer stadium na no nso say na west no baby Messi wo bia bra na Barcelona for enso enfa Beer Stadium no enso ano na Jamal Musiala finally yehu say oguso otutumika enkakra ya say Danny nyina and he's getting close to coming back into Jamal Musiala enso training on so guswa on so ye bon pass Jamal Musiala finally on so ba return na for be sakan me te say AC Milan for catch Robert Lewandowski say send AC de ma Luka Modric 40 years oguswa obo Barcelona for feel so wenyi mobile ni bi and out at ho and then neko or chinatna there be a similar na catch and say send your Modric I see ye man no abrana be gire ni wo ba wo so benya ball ni bi enso abo and say table no de da contract ne da ho Lewandowski obeko and I say one call Mikel Arteta and I'm central for Simona Sunderland and nebo and I know Granit Xhaka say Oshia Arsenal no Oshia go kura no on jubilate sans odo edema Arsenal wo coach Granit Xhaka won na ye dwuma pe say the personality at the same.
You changed him as a human being both on and off the pitch. Could you give us What part of your journey?
Yeah, I loved every minute that we spent together. When I joined, he was in a special moment, I would say, of his life and his career. And between all of us, we try to guide him, to give him a different perspective.
I can Rooney say or prefer Van Dijk chow or Panicho ye person say, and I know Okana some Emma over Van Dijk one day can some Rooney. Rooney say, as some now can a say Van Dijk and so catch and say, Eja Nano sign a contract ye in our born and start to say Eba from one can ye with Castle. Asam no pese be dragi asam no ama asam na kwaya asam kese bia ntino munyai on never Van Dijk issue no die we twa so enano na Inter Milan ebo Champions League Alejandro Bastoni ye sakron 40 esi ne fie asesa ne watch ni nyina de ko ase we there na ha adwin ye pa Inter force se ne sika nyina de ko Antoine Semenyo Manchester Liverpool for prepare 65 million for Antoine Semenyo. Yes, Semenyo clause no 3 Premiership clubs be wom say omo ba e wo so mu jai no manoko sa clubs no ye hwan mo a e no ne asam no ye say bomb of the when meet sa conditions ne pa so be jai but say Liverpool for prepare 65 million at the above for apprentice fan Antoine Semenyo and ye man do so ne bom ye fancy ha say